Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division. I am the Crushinator and I'm going to be your caster for this evening for tonight's matchup between WildHeart and Chili Mountain Academy. Now, if you've been following Storm Division thus far, you have seen Chili Mountain Academy play. They're running with a slightly different roster this time around. They had to make some changes in order to continue on with the league, so you'll recognize JTR, Noah, and Nintori still here with Chili Mountain Academy, but they've picked up Caesar Salad, Zane Hyde, and Carbon to round out the roster for the rest of the season. So look for that in today's broadcast. Otherwise, it's going to be an interesting matchup. WildHeart, obviously very established, has been playing as a crew for a while now, and we've got kind of a, not new to the scene, but somewhat newer to each other in this Chili Mountain Academy squad, so it should be a good matchup here. We are just waiting for the lobby to fill up. Shouldn't be too much longer here. But while I've got you, Pina Colada's putting out all the commands in chat. You can check out everything you want to know about Storm Division with !Storm. You can see the current standings for the Storm Division so far. And of course, if you want to contribute to the prize pool for NGS Storm Division 2, you can head on over to Matcherino, put in the code STORMS2, and contribute to the prize pool absolutely for free. So make sure to head on over there and do that if you've not. And if you want to contribute some money directly, it goes right to the player prize pool. So head on over there and make sure you check that out. Still just waiting on a couple players. In the meantime, we can take a look at the map bans for this series. We see that WildHeart chose to ban away Sky Temple and Cursed Hollow, Chili Mountain Academy banning away Alterac Pass and Garden of Terror, and we're going to be going to Braxis Holdout actually for game number 1, not Battlefield of Eternity as we are so accustomed to seeing. So pretty much all of the biggest maps banned out here, interestingly enough. Make sure I've got all the right players. There we go. Still got a couple spots left. Surprise Hanamura pick. Unfortunately, Hanamura not in the map pool here. You can see the rest of the maps up here on the screen. Braxis is first. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I just got a message here. New version available. Please exit and patch from the launcher. They're actually going to get this patch out tonight. No way. Is this happening right now? It's patching right now. Oh my god. Okay, we've got a live patch. We saw, so if you were on earlier today, you might have seen a download that messed up the game for a bit, got ripped out so everyone was able to play again. Right now, it's just forced everyone out of the game to download the patch. So yeah, we're doing, this is as live as it could possibly be for a patch. We're about to just go back in and try to have ourselves a game here, if I can get this update rolling. Wow. Unexpected. Alright, there it goes. It wasn't loading for a sec, but it seems to be downloading now. Okay. This is going to be a fun night in the NGS. Alright, come on, reclaim that disk space. Come on now. Alright, let's see if we can load back in. Alright, well, might as well see if I can pull up some patch notes. Let's see if they are actually posted yet. They're not there. Are they up on the web? No, they're not on the site yet. Well, this is, okay. Bots is trying to load. It's downloading game data. We'll see if I can give you a quick rundown of the patch, but right now it's not posted to the Heroes site yet. Yeah, it's not even on the launcher. Wonder if I restart the launcher, if it'll show up. Alright, close the launcher. Open the launcher. Come on, show me some patch notes. Nope. Not listed. Well, hopefully nothing's broken. We'll see if we can find our lobby here. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Yeah, everyone's still trying to log back in. That's hilarious. This has never happened to me before. Alright, we're trying to rebuild the lobby here. I just keep refreshing this webpage, hoping that it'll actually show me the patch notes. But they're not being listed. Darn. Maybe after game number 1 we'll get it. Alright, players are loading back in. Should have ourselves a lobby soon. We are going to Braxis Holdout for our first game. This is exciting, I must say. Oh. This patch is huge. There's when it first came down, some bits of data were scraped out. And there were, I don't know, 18 different heroes that looked like it was touching. 1, possibly 2 reworks that were coming on in. But, yeah, it's just been little bits and pieces of data. So it's hard to tell what's what. And I'm just hoping for no, like, bugs. Nothing game-breaking. Nothing that we'd have to, like, ban on spot. Okay. Got mostly everyone up in the lobby again. They're joking about which organization has more people poring over the patch notes. I can't find them. I can't find these notes. They're not actually published yet. That's pretty funny. They're manually parsing all heroes for changes. I mean, we know, so the biggest one that might come into play for this series is probably Falstad. Because I've seen some Buds Falstads, some WildHeart in general Falstads. And Falstad's supposed to be getting some big changes here. What was the other one? There was another hero. Okay. Looks like we're going to get going for game number 1. This is going to be interesting. We're going to learn on the fly. You know what this is like? This is like bleeding edge World of Warcraft rating or something. You don't have notes, you don't have guides, you're just in there and you're going to figure it out. Alrighty. We're about to get ready to go here on Braxis. I've got 10 players in my lobby. They're asking for readies. So we'll have ourselves a game here in just a sec as I rapidly press refresh on the Heroes of the Storm official website. And I'm not getting anything. Oh, no. Now I have to check. Who was the other? There was another hero. Illidan rework. There's talk of an Illidan rework. That one I'm not sure will come up. That one I'm not sure will come up. But we've got ourselves a match here. Some little bit of patch mania, but we're going to have ourselves a match. WildHeart versus Chili Mountain Academy. We're going to game number 1 on Braxis Holdout. And it will be Chili Mountain Academy who has the first pick here. Make sure I have all the correct players in my setup. It looks like I do. Fantastic. So, Braxis Holdout, not one that I get to cast an awful lot here. There are some some heroes that tend to stand out. There's some global shenanigans you can do here on Braxis. There's, you know, Medivhs and Genjis, and heroes that like to move over that mid space to make those rotations a lot easier. So I'm interested to see what sort of comps come out from our squads. Chili Mountain considering their first ban here. Still checking those the patch notes are up. It's going to be a Zul'jin. Zul'jin does pretty well here on Braxis since the changes, and mostly just because it's hard to move away from a Zul'jin here on Braxis. Like, there's no two other lanes to go skirt away to. You're pretty much brawling over the point. Someone's got to stand there, which means someone's got to be eating those Zul'jin axes. So I like that ban there for the map from Chili Mountain Academy. WildHeart, considering their next ban, it's going to be Hogger. Hogger, good point control, very good sustain on that top point, if it is indeed a solo lane Hogger, and can knock people off the point for channeling. So that's pretty important when it comes to holding those points on Braxis. Chili Mountain, going to consider their next ban here with Hogger off the board. Sonya comes to mind as ruler of the top if Rexar is not picked. Medivh going to be banned away by Chili Mountain Academy, so not interested in first picking that. Not interested in giving it away either. Yeah, I mean, the players here are good enough that Medivh is just a constant threat. Good to take off the board. Now, one thing that could happen in the top lane, it's been mostly rumored, I don't think I've actually ever seen it done, is a top lane Lost Vikings, and that would be really cool to see. I don't know if they're going to do it, but I've got a friend who keeps talking about how it's a thing, and I don't know if it's a thing. We're going to see WildHeart ban out the Maiev here. It's going to be a first pick Falstad. Carbon's going to learn right away here. Falstad allegedly has a lot of changes to talents, so Carbon's going to find out right now. Taking it first here on Braxis Holdout. Carbon, a newer member of Chili Mountain Academy. Weary Day going to go ahead and grab that Malfurion. And it's going to be a Diablo here from Pit Kid. Classic combination there, the Diablo Malfurion. A lot of walls and architecture for Diablo to work with, and Malfurion's just got to drop down the carpet from, behind the Diablo. You've got yourself a pretty good CC chain. Rexar is going to be the pick here for Nintori, so one of the all-time best point control heroes going over to Chili Mountain Academy, and Zanehyde is going to lock in the Muradin. Muradin, very hardy on that point as well, able to move back, reset that health, move back in, so I like that choice here on Braxis, as we see WildHeart going to ban away the Lucio. Now, Lucio sometimes has trouble into Diablo, just because Lucio wants to be on walls. Diablo likes it when people are on walls. But if the Lucio is playing around it, being able to disconnect Diablo after that initial shadow charge is pretty impactful on Diablo's whole game plan there. Zeratul going to be the ban from Chili Mountain Academy. With the Falstad pickup, I think that's a reasonable ban. Falstad, as far as we know, is still a very low health character that Zeratul, if you get that singularity spike, can really stick to. Next two picks going over to WildHeart here. They've got their main tank, main heals locked up. Let's see what they want to do about this enemy comp. It's going to be the Sonya here for Zergling. Unaverted going to pick up the Orphea. Interesting. So Orphea should be fairly safe around Muradin. Very floaty, very, heavy movement hero that can be a little difficult for Muradin to hit. But Greymane and Karazim are going to be able to stick to Orphea fairly well, picked up there by Caesar Salad and JTR. Very cool combination here. They're going to try to play off the Muradin stuns, probably try to get a 7-sided out isolation. Last pick here for Buds. Let's see what they want to load up here. It's going to be the Genji. Kind of a more classic Praxis holdout pick. The deflect very strong on the boss, very strong moving into objectives and just deflecting all that crazy unit attacks. And able to rotate up and down very easily. So, yeah, I like that. Alrighty, loading on in to our first map here. Take a last look at the comps. I have no idea how to identify this. There was a patch like 5 minutes ago. I haven't read the notes. Are the notes up? Please! Give me the notes. I don't have notes. The notes aren't on the site. Okay, well, we'll learn. We'll see if JTR runs it with Falstad here as we load into our game number 1. Alrighty. Game number 1 is underway. On the left in the blue, we have WildHeart, unaverted, going to be playing the Orphea, Weary Day on the Malfurion, Pitkid on the Diablo, Zergling going to be playing the Sonya, and Buds is on the Genji. On the right in the red, it is Chili Mountain Academy with Zainhide on the Muradin, Caesar Salad going to be playing the Karazim, JTR on the Falstad, Carbon going to be playing the Greymane, and Nintori is on the Rexar. Looks like we've got a possible top rotation coming on out from Chili Mountain Academy. We headed to the top lane. We see WildHeart just posted up. Going to be ready to try to respond here. So far, Chili Mountain not showing in this top lane. They don't find a gank. We're going to see 3 rotating down to the bottom lane now. So it's going to be a solo Falstad. Well, actually, looking like a split here. Buds is going to be discovered, avoids the Stormbolt there. With Falstad in the top lane and Rexar in the bottom lane, it's looking like Chili Mountain Academy is going to be doing a pretty heavy rotation style. Not doing the classic 1-4, but instead going to be trying to rotate around the map a little bit, keep things fresh. WildHeart up here in the top lane, responding to this. Orphea down in the bottom lane, just trying to deal with this Rexar. Both teams just really going to go ahead and play around with vision at the start here. Zainhide just moving across the right side. Weary Day kind of being chased out here, but Zainhide going to start to move back. Buds, with that extra mobility on the Genji, is going to be able to float around the right side of that map pretty much for free. And may be able to get away. See Zergling up here just trying to freeze the lane, waste as many of those XP globes as possible. As Chili Mountain is now pushing in with this Hellbat camp. WildHeart trying to do the same, picking up their left side Hellbat. You see Zainhide moving up to the top lane to make this a 4-player push here for Chili Mountain Academy. Zergling going ahead and clearing that out with the rest of WildHeart. Pitkid now being jumped onto by Chili Mountain Academy, but is going to get out of there just fine. Did go with the Devil's Due on level 1, so the regeneration from regen globes is going to be pretty significant here. And there's quite a lot of regen globes on the map available. Uh-oh, unaverted missing the Q there. Going to have to walk away from Rexar as we see Chili Mountain Academy rotating down, moving Carbon to soak this top lane. Unaverted manages to get away from the gank of Chili Mountain Academy. Bud's just going in with the harass. Excuse me, got a little cut in the throat there. Bud's just harassing with those auto attacks. Nice stun there by Misha. Oh, coming from the top side. Pitkid goes on to JTR. Oh, and Falstad's actually going to fall. Genji going to be taken out as well, so a 1-for-1 there on this bottom point. So it looks like Falstad didn't get double the health. This much we know. Falstad still has Falstad-looking health. Right now, WildHeart is controlling both points. That trade working out well for them at the start, but Zergling going to get on out of there as bottom lane missings were called out. Now the focus is going to be the top lane. Chili Mountain Academy trying to control this space as they obtain their level 5s. Pitkid on the point here, trying to wrap around onto Carbon. Can't quite get the stun on the wall, but the flip route is going to be good onto Zainhide. Greymane managing to get away there as we have a 4v4 up here in the top lane. Orphea just trying to battle away onto Rexar on that bottom point. Already at 62% here. See Falstad using that global to start to fly down. Unaverted's doing a good job of whittling away Misha there and keeping Rexar's mana very low. But as we saw, Genji, even without a global, just able to move through that middle space so quickly. WildHeart reclaims the top point, while Chili Mountain Academy tries to give Rexar an opportunity to back and restore that mana. Maybe a little 2v2 scrap down here. Caesar Salad looking for an opportunity to go in and get some autos. It's a couple of hits there onto Buds. And once again, WildHeart is going to control both points, managing to push back Chili Mountain up here in the top lane. They got their bruiser camp as well, 94, 96. That's going to be enough here. Oh, it's not. The bottom point was taken by Chili Mountain Academy. Pickett gets the flip. Carbon manages to roll away there. Misha going to get out as well. Checking in on the bottom lane, though. Unaverted and Buds warring against Caesar Salad and JTR. Misha managing to stay alive there. Nice route onto Zainhide. Muradin, that hardy dwarf, though, is looking to get away. Genji managing to back. Weary Day very low on mana. Going to have to head on back to base. But Zergling has this camp to help push in there. Pitkid can get a quick flip onto Muradin, but on the bottom point, Unaverted and Buds are in a 2v3 right now. So Orphea and Genji going to have to try to move back here. Pitkid coming to try to even this up, but now it's just a 3v4. Weary Day going to come back from base and try to roll out these heals. WildHeart manages to pick up both points. Zainhide with the dwarf toss is going to escape again. Man, Muradin is just living in all sorts of situations here. Very nicely done. Meanwhile, though, Zergwave in the top lane. Zergling is already through the front wall, and it looks like this fort is going to be pretty done for here. Chili Mountain Academy is up here to try to defend, but look at the pressure. This fort is absolutely going down here. Zergling may not be so lucky. Sonya taken out there, staying just a little bit too long. Uh-oh, Pitkid now in trouble. Weary Day trying to get the heals off of that Moonfire, and now it's Weary Day who's in trouble. Chili Mountain Academy chaining these kills together. It's a triple going over to Chili Mountain Academy. Still, they've got to get back and clear. There's still quite a lot of Hydralisks in this push. That's a lot of extra damage going out, as well as these 3 Guardians in the back line. Buds just doing some harass there. Zainhide looking for the Stormbolt, but the trait of Genji leaves that agility to get over the wall there. Just when you think you've got Genji out of options, he's just got one more. WildHeart using their rotational advantage to try to siege down one of the towers here. Looks like they will manage to get that. Checking in on the Falstad build. Seeing some Dishonorable Discharge, that's a new name. 16 out of 75 stacks, reduces Lightning Rod's cooldown by 3 seconds. Takedowns reset the cooldown. After 3, okay, so it's a Lightning Rod quest. It just doesn't have the bribe with it. Interesting. Pitkid actually saved there by Zainhide for the meantime. Diablo's going to get the opportunity to tap with that Devil's Due and get back into the fight, but level 10s are here for Chili Mountain Academy. A little bit more soak required for WildHeart. And they've got no one in the top lane right now. With this Hellbat push, though, they're going to get a lot of siege damage in. They do manage to find their level 10s with that cannon tower. Now moving on to this bottom fort, Sonya is going to really aid this. There's the APOC combo. Going to land onto Nintori. Rexar in a little bit of trouble there, managing to back off. It's actually going to be Diablo going down here. JTR gets the Mighty Gust underneath this fort, and WildHeart is in all sorts of trouble here, trying to turn this around. Weary Day going to be the next to fall here as Zergling pinned in the corner. That's Sonya down. Buds uses the dash. That's the second agility. Can they get the next stun before those cooldowns come on back? Let's follow here. Not a lot of abilities left on Buds, and Zainhide finds the Stormbolt. Very nice pick there by Chili Mountain Academy. Taking another kill there to extend those deaths. Very nicely done. Pit Kid gonna actually get caught here. Doesn't manage to get the wall stun onto JTR, but was pretty close with that barrel roll. Beacons are now activating. We see WildHeart still has a pretty hefty structure advantage here, despite being down 1 to 8 in hero kills. They've done a really good job of sieging with the rotations that they've had. Oh, Seven-Sided comes out, cannot quite find all of the hits they want onto Pit Kid. Nice disengage there by JTR. Gonna try to let the Sonya timer expire here as Zergling trying to go hit some waves to keep that Wrath of the Berserker rolling, but it will expire here in the top lane. Genji able to get away from the gank in the bottom lane, Chili Mountain Academy. Thinking about rotating up. They're trying to maintain pressure on that bottom point with the Rexar. But look at this, just once again, WildHeart just finding an opportunity to smash onto these buildings with the Sonya. So despite, you know, not getting a lot with these fights, nice root coming out there onto Zaynide. Zergling manages to survive despite eating that cursed bullet. Big silence coming on out from Malfurion is going to seal the fate of Muradin here. And WildHeart, still with this camp pressure, are keeping it up on this keep wall. Genji is keeping Rexar busy, but Rexar is having to rotate back, so Genji's going to control that bottom point and start this channel for WildHeart. Now with the entire keep wall down, I have to watch out though, because 13s are here for Chili Mountain Academy in just a moment. The trickle XP should go over. Oh, it's actually going to come through for WildHeart as well, picking up the experience down in the bottom lane. Pit Kid getting caught by the edge of that seven-sided strike. Diablo is going to fall here. JTR having to peel back. Just taking a little bit of extra damage from the outside. Orphea going to get stunned and killed. Another 2 kills for Chili Mountain Academy, but all the while, this objective has just been ticking away, now over 80%. Stop it at 88. Buds gonna go ahead and move back here. Zergling trying to pick this up. Uh-oh, but will be caught there by Caesar Salad, so Zergling gonna just keep an eye on things, trying to not let that camp leash completely. Carbon working on the right side. Hellbat for Chili Mountain Academy. Zaynide just holding down that top point. Now it looks like WildHeart is gonna make a play for this bottom point. Pit Kid manages to stop it at 88, so we're going to have some very, very healthy Zerg waves, no matter how this objective goes here. Pit Kid moving on to Caesar Salad. Unaverted is going to be hit away here. There's the Boars coming on out from Rexar, getting the slows onto WildHeart. They're looking for a quick kill onto Misha, and they are going to find it. Seven-sided onto Diablo once again. Look at the silence of the APOC. Going to land onto 3. Greymane, Karazim are going to go down here, and WildHeart have the push in the bottom lane with this Hellbat, and now with a 100% Zerg wave. Sonya in the top lane is going to try to deal with this lesser push from Chili Mountain Academy, but this is a big, big wave coming to hit this key. Ventori manages to get away from the advance of Pit Kid there. Banelings are kind of stuck in the back line behind this wave, finally are able to crash into this fort. The flip stun is going to be good, and Misha going to go down here as Buds uses the Swift Strike to get into the back line once again here. This keep is going down so fast with that negative armor from the Hellbat camps. Unaverted is caught in the corner there. Orphea trying to survive off the autos, but is going to go down. Pit Kid finds the hit onto Carbon. There's the seven-sided strike. They really want to find this kill onto Diablo. Chili Mountain picks up another one. That's a big soul reset onto Pit Kid. And they are going to be able to clear away the rest of this objective, though it has taken the bottom keep. And WildHeart, once again, still very healthy on all these structures. Looking to have their level 16s as well, just maintaining vision in the bushes here. Zaynide going to move down onto this bottom bruiser camp. On with Caesar Salad here, but WildHeart, they're going to go ahead and go try to pick up this boss. This is where Genji can really shine. If Genji gets targeted and turns on that deflect, you'll see how quickly that boss health starts to fall, especially with Sonya helping out. And there's no chance for Chili Mountain Academy to contest this. Let's move it on down to the bottom lane here. Chili Mountain Academy, they're grouped up as 5. coming up to try to clear this boss. It looked like they were thinking about a possible invade there, but they're just going to go ahead and clear this push before it starts. Unaverted, moving around the outside here. Going to harass Zainhide a little bit, but the long dwarf toss is going to get Murden on out of there. I think the boss is a little... You a little stuck there, boss? Oh, there he goes. Now he's hitting some minions. Murden on the outside, going to be pinged there by WildHeart. Firing away onto the last remaining keep here of Chili Mountain Academy. Already down to half health. The Zerglin goes on in, gonna get stunned by Misha. Sonya actually very low health, gonna have to try to back off here and try to get healed up by Weary Day. There goes the top keep, and WildHeart is going to back off here and try to just paint this map blue as much as they can. No catapults are going to be coming out here for Chili Mountain Academy. They do not have... Oh, look at the combo! Crushing Jaws as well. That's going to be it for Muradin here. X-Strike from Bud's actually going to be denied by the Misha charge. But that's Muradin down for over 30 seconds, and we've got beacons activating. Chili Mountain Academy is in a really tough spot here. It's going to be constant lane pressure. You see already 3 catapults built up in this bottom lane. You've got the Hellbat camp and another catapult here in the top lane. Gonna have another set of Hellbats that Chili Mountain is going to have to deal with, and all the while these beacons are activating. First stun there onto Buds. Genji just going to walk away, knowing there was no other damage that could possibly have been on the way. WildHeart picking up that bottom point, and they're going to rotate as 5 up to the top. Misha gonna get stunned and flipped over. There's the domination combo. Oh, look at that. The boar's gonna come on out, really slowing WildHeart in that choke. The silence coming out from Malfurion is not enough to save Diablo. Misha managed to go down here. There's the 7-sided. Gonna be a little bit less damage onto Sonya than they hoped. Greymane going down in the background. Genji is starting to clean up here. Does not have another Swift Strike, though. Tries to use the Cyber Agility. Not going to be enough here, but Greymane does go down in trade for Diablo. Look at this. The beacons are whirring up here. We're going to have a Zerg wave up in the top. It's going to be popping out any second now. Core is at a very nice 69% due to the bottom Zerg wave. Here comes, or the bottom Hellbat camp, I should say. And it looks like WildHeart is going to create some split pressure here. Sonya in the top lane going to try to clear the way for this camp. Core shielding is already gone here, thanks to the poke from Unaverted and Buds. And now Chili Mountain Academy, they're in a pretty much an impossible spot here. Core shielding is down. Zainhide looking for stuns on the outside onto Unaverted, but it's going to be a full Zerg wave crashing onto the core from the top side. Falstad actually taken out by Sonya in that top wave as we move on up there. Hitkid uses the combo, gets on top of the backline of Chili Mountain Academy, will go down for it, but so will the core. WildHeart running the map here on Braxis, pick up their first win of the series. GG. Alrighty, we'll take a quick look at the talent screen. I think we'll take some particular looks at our fall stat here, but if we take some stats in, we see Unaverted top damage here on the Orphea, almost 54,000 hero damage. Carbon on the Greymane there for Chili Mountain Academy, also breaching 50k. Very nicely done. We saw WildHeart just, play in the macro game. They sometimes overextended to get as much siege as possible, and they got punished for it, but the siege is just so irreversible and so important here on Braxis Holdout that they just snowballed that into a win. Very nicely done. And now, the talents. Alright, where are you, Falstad? We've got Dishonorable Discharge. Reduce Lightning Rod's cooldown by 3 seconds, and takedowns reset its cooldown. After 3 Lightning Rod strikes, subsequent strikes on enemy heroes increase its damage by 1% up to 75%. So you want to keep that locked on. Cool. Static Shield looks roughly the same. You get 4% health up to 28. Increase the number of Lightning Rod strikes by 2 and its range by 25%. That's really going to help out this quest. Thunder Strikes, you're dealing more damage on subsequent strikes. I feel like that wasn't always on 13. Maybe it was. And then Airy Gusts reduces the activation time for Tailwind from 6 to 3, increases the movement speed bonus from 15 to 25. That's your Falstad build. I believe I saw the patch notes are up in case you want to go and check all that out. But for now, we're going to be going to a quick break, and when we have our next lobby set up, we will be back with game number 2 of WildHeart versus Chili Mountain Academy. Don't go far. Alrighty, welcome back. We are setting up here for game number 2 of WildHeart versus Chili Mountain Academy. If you're just joining us, we can take a quick look at the map bans to catch you up. Sky Temple and Cursed Hollow were banned away by WildHeart. Alterac Pass and Garden of Terror taken out by Chili Mountain Academy. Praxis Holdout was chosen and won by WildHeart in our game number 1. We're going to be going to Battlefield of Eternity, once again chosen by WildHeart for game number 2. Let them know that I am ready. We'll have ourselves a go at our next map. While I've got a second, I gotta tell you, every single time, I'm gonna hammer it into your brain. Matcherino! Exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat. Head on over there, contribute to the prize pool for this most excellent NGS Storm Division Season 2. Even if you don't want to contribute directly, you can contribute for free. No credit card needed, no extra nothing. You just create an account, put in the coupon code STORMS2, and you just generate money. That's literally it. I've done it. I've contributed. You should too. You should too. Going to our second 2-lane map in the pool, second and final 2-lane map in the pool here of Battlefield of Eternity. We do have patch notes, by the way, in case you want to peruse that on the side. There's a lot of stuff in there. Planet Cracker 20 GG says Zanehide. So make sure you go check that out. We might just do that. Let's check out Planet Cracker 20. Got the patch notes open on the side. Draft is starting up here. I gotta look at Phoenix. New talent, Armageddon Beam. Planet Cracker's width increases by 100% over 1.5 seconds. Passive, reduce the cooldown of Planet Cracker by 40 seconds. Oh! That's mean. That's big and mean. So it's like, man. Wow. That's a lot. But it is a 20. 20 should be very cool. 20 should be very cool. Wonder if we'll see a Phoenix here in this next round. Chili Mountain Academy, once again, first pick here. Thinking about their bans. I would expect pretty similar heroes to be banned here. Zul'jin, probably not quite as high a priority here, but still fairly strong. Medivh, very strong. Going to be banned out by Chili Mountain Academy. That's a little bit more surprising. That would imply to me that they just don't have someone who wants to play Medivh. Because this is a map where I'd first pick him, 100%. Hundo Percento. Garrosh going to be banned away by WildHeart. Kind of a niche pick for Battlefield of Eternity, being able to use Garrosh to throw people into Immortal Stuns, save them from Immortal Stun combinations. Just generally good at controlling that space. Nice ban there. Chili Mountain Academy, thinking about their next ban here. See if it's going to be a race hero, if it's going to be a fight hero. Going to ban away the Uther. I like the Uther ban just because, similar to Medivh, Uther enables a lot of nonsense. What I call it nonsense, because Uther, he's a tank, he's a healer, he does everything. And he allows you to build comps you wouldn't otherwise be able to build because you've got the Uther that just does a little bit of everything. So it's going to force WildHeart into, not being quite as flexible with their draft with that Uther off the board. But it's going to be Diablo banned out by WildHeart. Lucio, the answer from Caesar Salad. And we've got a Mal'Ganis Li Ming here for Pit Kid and Buds. Mal'Ganis, there's one I haven't got to cast in a while. Goodness me. Ming, pretty well liked here on Battlefield. Usually see her in most drafts. Lucio, another one that can move around Battlefield of Eternity very, very quickly. Let's see what the next two picks are. Going back to the Muradin here, is Zainhide and Carbon going to go ahead and jump onto the Chromie. Now, Chromie did just receive a few, I'm going to call them pretty minor nerfs. The best, some of the best talents got taken down a little bit for just flat damage. Like the level 1 Time Walker's Pursuit, the spell power that you just got constantly got taken down a little bit. The level 5, where you just got basically consistent damage as long as anyone was CC'd ever, that got taken down a little bit. But overall, I feel like Chromie's probably still fine. Raynor going to be banned out here by WildHeart, taking away one of the more standard race heroes from Chili Mountain Academy. And Chili Mountain going to ban away the Ana, which is always a great pairing alongside the Li Ming, and also a pretty good combo with the Mal'Ganis as well. Just throwing out sleeps all over the place is a tough thing to deal with. So nice combo ban there from Chili Mountain Academy. WildHeart with their next two options here, going to be the Tracer coming in from Unaverted. Interesting choice there. It's going to be a Tyrael from Zergling, so looking at an off-lane Tyrael here. Also going to be able to, I'm assuming it's Sank, to go ahead and save folks from the Chromie barrage. Also able to put some shields onto Tracer every once in a while. Seems good, seems good. Last two picks here for Chili Mountain Academy, Nintori and JTR. Let's see what they're looking to rock here. Gonna be the Gazlo for Nintori, and Cassia here for JTR. Alright, I mean, Cassia with the constant armor should be pretty good for Tracer, and Malfurion actually going to be very good for Tracer here. Malfurion, since Tassidar's rework so long ago, is now probably the most consistent Tracer healer that we've got. And also very good into Cassia. Just having a low cooldown route to be able to turn off that Cassia armor is a pretty big deal. Alright, draft is completed. We're going to be loading on in here to Battlefield of Eternity. Interesting comps here. WildHeart probably with the higher burden of execution with that Mal'Ganis Tyrael frontline. It'll be interesting to see how they work that. That's a combo that I haven't seen in quite a long time. Whereas the Muradin, Zainhide played a very good Muradin in the last set here. We'll have to see. Here we go, game number 2 loading on in. On the left in the blue, it is WildHeart. With Unaverted on the Tracer, Weary Day on the Malfurion, Bud's going to be playing the Li Ming, Zergling on that Tyrael, and Pitkid is on the Mal'Ganis. On the right in the red, we have Chili Mountain Academy, who are paused, but we're going to go ahead and introduce JTR. Actually, we should probably go with the pause. We'll introduce him. Let's get back into it. All right, on the right in the red, we have Chili Mountain Academy. JTR is on the Cassia, Carbon playing the Chromie, Caesar Salad on the Lucio, Zainhide on the Muradin, and Nintori on the Gazlo. Alrighty. Game number 2 is underway. We're doing some live patch note checkups for our two teams. Trying to stay off the map here. WildHeart committing 3 to the top lane, 2 to the bottom lane. Not trying to give away their positioning just yet. Malfurion is going to rotate down here for WildHeart to make this at least a 3v4 in the bottom lane, as Gazlo kind of getting bullied around. We're not bullied just yet. Soon, though. Gazlo taking down to half health up there as the siege continues. Chromie can do some decent damage to these cannon towers, not like the Li Ming of old, but honestly not bad. The siege continuing on the bottom side here for Carbon. So you see the rest of the crew just working on clearing up that wave. The knockbacks onto Mal'Ganis here from Caesar Salad are going to be pretty important. That's a more classic counter. Like I talked a little bit about the Diablo-Lucio matchup and how that's a little bit more ping-related, a little bit more, you know, opportunity-related. Mal'Ganis and Lucio, that's a lot easier for the Lucio to get that knockback because of the delayed wind-up of Mal'Ganis on that Night Rush. The siege continuing here for WildHeart, just pushed right up into this wall. Using the shielding there. Uh-oh, Nintori, gotta be careful. See Buds down here, trying to deal with the camp that was taken by Chili Mountain Academy. There's the Night Rush gonna hit onto the Murden. As we see now a battle over the top point as Cassia's come to try to even up this matchup. So we're on to a 3-2 split for both of our teams here. As the camps are cleared away. Looks like top camp will not be contested for now, as the teams have to go and get their shaman camps up and rolling. There they go. Tyrael got to be a little bit careful there, as Cassia's damage output is still pretty good, even from level 4. Circling just going to go ahead and catch that wave at the wall. Both teams getting those shamans out on time here. Murden trying to get that last globe of XP before heading on up to the objective, which will be in the north-south positions. Looks like WildHeart setting up for the initial defense. Both teams setting up for the defense here. Li Ming and Tracer are locked on the top side for now. Unaverted taking some damage there from the Lucio. Already down to half health, going to rely on Malfurion to get them back on track. As we see Pitkid harassing Nintori there on the bottom side. The rest of Chili Mountain Academy is sort of split between attack and defense right now. But with WildHeart showing in the top lane, that should allow Carbon to move down and get a couple of shots there. Unaverted manages to use the recall there. Uh-oh, the Fend coming in from Cassia. But a nice root from Malfurion is going to save Unaverted for the meantime. Li Ming poking in from the edge is going to be enough to take this Immortal down to halftime. Zainide having to hop on out of there with that Dwarf Toss. Nintori keeping Pitkid busy there on the bottom side. Now we see the defense is set up here for Chili Mountain Academy. But can they actually defend versus this Li Ming poke? Look at all that damage coming out here. Big stun is actually going to land onto Tracer, going to require the... Oh gosh, almost got hit by the Immortal a second time there. But it is going to be about an 8,500 shield Immortal going over to WildHeart. Zainide trying to grab one of those orbs. Not sure they were able to. Giving it a shot, though. Tyrael and Gazlo will retire to the off lane. WildHeart looking pretty good here. Already got their level 7s. Take a look at the experience here. We see the minion experience ahead about 1,000 points there for WildHeart. Chromie just trying to shell away here. Oh, Unaverted got to be careful on the edge there, taking a full volley from Carbon. To try to get healed up there. Uses the recall to move back. Big sleep onto Caesar Salad and JTR as Pitkid goes in with the Fell Claws as well. Nice surge of light from Cassia will push back WildHeart though. This fort is looking to possibly be in trouble if Lehman can get a few more shots in there. JTR moving in with the Fend. Unaverted was trying to chase this down, but had to be careful there. Uses the recall to get out. Now Lucio on the chase here. Everyday has just enough mana to throw a regrowth onto Unaverted. It says, please, let me back. Meanwhile, though, Buds and Zergling do manage to get enough damage out to secure that bottom fort. Meanwhile, with Tyrael having to back here, Gazlo will take the opportunity to grab this top camp for Chili Mountain Academy. Pit Kid finding Zanehide in the brush there. Gonna execute the full combo, but here comes. It's gonna be a full 5-player rotation onto Pit Kid, and Mal'Ganis just has no chance. Picked off by Chili Mountain Academy. Very well done. And Tori gonna back and head on down to try to catch that bottom wave. WildHeart going ahead and grabbing this bottom side Causer camp. We see the rotation coming out from WildHeart. Malfurion and Li Ming are on the way. Mal'Ganis is back on the battlefield. Tracer coming up here as well. Chili Mountain Academy got to be a little bit careful here. This Tracer is now up and available on the backside. Is going to get hit by the stop, but the Stormbolt coming out as well. Tracer is now on the chase. Could be on the wrong side of Lucio here. Pit Kid does not quite get the final Fell Claws onto Caesar. We see Tyrael looking to possibly rotate out. But with this wave all the way pushed in, there's no real need for WildHeart to be in that bottom lane as Gazlo cleans that up. WildHeart thinking about a possible invade here. Level 10s are very close for both teams. Bloods is going to go ahead and start the race here, so it looks like it's just going to be some poke onto the enemy Shaman camp for WildHeart. Level 10s are here for Chili Mountain Academy, though. WildHeart is close, but not quite there yet. This could be trouble. Zanehide looking for an engage. Gonna try to find the Stormbolt onto Pit Kid, but will not quite get it. As WildHeart does find their level 10s. Moving in on the aggression is Chili Mountain Academy, but look at that. Bud's catching with a great wave of force. Pit Kid finds the combo. Look at the judgment onto the backline. Caesar Salad gets hit with the bomb. Has to use that sound barrier and will actually be staying alive for now. Will Carbon and JTR be as lucky? There's the blind onto Mal'Ganis. This could be trouble here for Pit Kid. Moves back in and finds the sleep onto JTR as Zanehide just controlling 3 in the back line. All lightning will be canceled out. Look at that, the double sleep off the root. Somehow Caesar Salad is just keeping everybody alive here. It's the dark conversion from Pit Kid onto Zanehide. Gonna put Muradin down to sub 400 health. Pit Kid, you mad lad. He's still going in here. Doesn't have his ult, and that's gonna be it for Mal'Ganis. JTR. Uh-oh, Buds is taken out. Look at that vector targeting from Carbon. Very nicely done. Chili Mountain Academy giving up a nearly full shield Immortal here. But some very nice microplay coming on out in that scuffle.
Let the burning hells atone for their sins.
This Immortal will not have any minion wave support at all. It's Tyrael trying to catch this up. Unaverted. Gonna get hit with the blind for now. There's the bomb. Unaverted did take that big bomb on 10, the sticky bomb coming on out there. There's the judgment onto Caesar Salad once again. Gravel Bomb will not catch anybody in that back line as Zergling delayed that port back. Tyrael somehow still alive here, getting saved by Weary Day. Pit Kid all over the back line here, keeping 3 of them busy as Zanehide trying to Dwarf Toss on out of there, will manage to escape for now. Oh, what a time stop by Carbon to deny the healing of the Dark Conversion. Great reaction there from Carbon. Immortal will be mostly taken away. The Dark Conversion finally going to come out to bring Pit Kid back to full health here, but JTR going to get healed up very quickly here. Zanehide finds the stun onto Pit Kid. There's another sticky bomb coming on out onto the members of Chili Mountain Academy. Fen comes on through. The Dragon's Breath from Chromie is enough to take down this Mal'Ganis. Malfurion going to be picked off as well. That Twilight Dream did not go off. It was interrupted. So Weird Day will have that upon respawning. WildHeart going to go ahead and pick up this top lane Khazra. 3 members here, that should be no problem. Chili Mountain going ahead onto the bottom lane here to grab that since they have the space. Right side Shaman will be up and available for Chili Mountain Academy once the next objective rolls around. You see WildHeart moving on down to the bottom lane as 5 here. Zergling going to try to stay out of the zone of vision of that Chromie. But it is 5 members from WildHeart now showing in the bottom lane. Chili Mountain Just being very careful about their movements, being very careful about their posting in these bushes. WildHeart going to go ahead and pick up their Shaman camp on the left-hand side. Oh, the right side isn't actually going to be available early enough. I thought that right side camp would be up and available by now, but it is only just now coming up. So Chili Mountain Academy going to have to move across for the defense without their Shaman camp. Pit Kid going to move in. There's the stun sleep, and everything just lands onto Lucio. And finally, enough CC comes out, but look at the gravel bomb. Cassia and Malfurion going to be traded out here. Dark Conversion onto Nintori. Gazlo very low in the backline. Is Li Ming going to go down here? Time stop by Chromie. Is that going to be enough? Trying to find the Night Rush. Chromie finally going to go down here, but they look at that. It's Tracer down as well. They're trying to find Nintori Zergling. Is the explosion enough? The B-steps? That's going to be Gazlo going down. We got ourselves a 1v1 Pit Kid versus Zainhide. The micro stuns from the Skullcracker. Pit Kid does not have Dark Conversion up and available, just has to use the Fell Claws. We're zoomed in on this battle. Zainhide doesn't hit the Stormbolt, but here comes Lucio to spoil it. The 1v1 is not respected, and Chili Mountain Academy with the extended ace there. 5 for 4 on those kills. Dishonorable. Lucio is off the Fave 5. How sad. How sad. Well, both teams are mostly back on the field here. Mal'Ganis still down for another 10 seconds. Gazlo just now moving down into the bottom lane here. The race is on. We're going to be moving to about halftime. Very close on the damage. About 1,500 off. It's Mal'Ganis making their way back. Circling thinking about moving in on that camp as we see WildHeart moving on to this bottom. Immortal Zainhide going with the big toss. Level 16s are here for Chili Mountain Academy. 2 are going to be caught in the Gravel Bomb. Pit Kid moves into the backline with that Night Rush, looking for a possible Dark Conversion here. Instead is going to back off. Zergling in all sorts of trouble. Tyrael actually going to go down here. Tyrael only going to hit the one with that Death trait. It's unaverted. Has to do the full move back here. Caesar Salad is really harassing unaverted with that Lucio. Chili Mountain Academy actually not picking up this Immortal. It is WildHeart once again that's going to be pushing down this bottom lane. This Li Ming is just doing wonders in terms of racing this Immortal. In a very, very safe spot. See Murden going ahead and soaking that top lane for the time being. Rest of WildHeart going to move on in as they have found their level 16s. It get a little bit low there. The blind as a bat is not working out. Has to move out with 100 health. Gonna wait for a little bit of healing. Look for a Dark Conversion. Once again, it's going to land. Oh, it's actually going to be interrupted there. 10 seconds on the Dark Conversion, but a huge silence from Malfurion. Weary Day managing to back up as well. Zergling a little bit low. The Dark Conversion does finally come out onto Zainhide. Murden going to be taken down to 10%, and that's going to be it for the tank of Chili Mountain Academy. JTR trying to get away, but a great time stop by Carbon. That's going to secure the kill onto Mal'Ganis. So many low members as Zergling all over the backline. Li Ming taken out. Carbon trying to get away. Has the stasis. That's 3-1 here. Unaverted trying to chase down Carbon, but is now stuck in the base of Chili Mountain Academy and is going to go down here. Weary Day, the only remaining survivor from WildHeart. Chili Mountain Academy loses their keep. They lose a little bit of percentage on that core. They save the game there. That could have very easily been GG. Good defense there, given the position they were in. See a little bit of a stack in the top lane. Chili Mountain Academy pushing on in here. Weary Day just staying off the map. No reason to be out there at all. It's Chili Mountain Academy. It's going to move on to this bottom fort. Pitkit is here, though. Just walks on in there and uses that pressure. Look at the stuns coming out. Oh, no. Mal'Ganis is taken down. The stun stack was too fast for the dark conversion, and that is going to be it for Mal'Ganis. Chili Mountain Academy, now they've got another 35 seconds to do whatever they want to on this map. Chromie making sure there's no sneaky engages coming on in here, but the Shaman Camp steal is complete. Zergling going to be caught here by Zainhide for just a moment, who avoids the Storm Bolt. The Immortals are now spawning. Mal'Ganis will be back on the battlefield. We'll be a little bit late to reporting here. Right now, WildHeart just going ahead and taking as many camps as they possibly can to create as much split pressure during this objective as possible.
I fight for the glory of the high heavens.
Are in north-south positions here. Chili Mountain Academy nearly has their 20s. As we see WildHeart moving on to this bottom race once again. Zainhide moving around the outside, sees Weary Day. Hitkid gonna find the stun onto Zainhide there after getting stunned themselves. The Root Sleep as well coming on out there. Chili Mountain Academy managed to push back WildHeart. They're gonna find their level 20s as well. WildHeart gonna have to deal with this double camp push in the top lane and allow Chili Mountain Academy to move this Immortal over to halftime. Zainhide going to be dismounted there. Trying to keep an eye on WildHeart. There's the time stop on it too. Gazlo coming on in with the stun. The bomb toss going to be creating all sorts of havoc onto the backline of WildHeart. Son Averted trying to get away here from JTR. Once again, still somehow very even on these Immortals. WildHeart is in a favorable defensive position if they can do it. Zainhide's actually going to jump in there. Look at that. The Avatar coming on out. It's going to be the Sound Barrier as well. Can they find the root kill onto Mal'Ganis? That's going to be it. The Twilight Dream securing that kill, but the Ball Lightning, oh no. Buds and Unaverted managed to split up just in time there. Mal'Ganis did go down as well as Muradin. Now it's going to be Li Ming falling, and Chili Mountain Academy, they've created enough space, and they are going to get an over 20,000 shield Immortal pushing down the bottom lane. Gazlo just going to go ahead and try to push in that top lane as well. Is it going to be a split push here? Cassia just hanging around, making sure that there's no gank attempts onto Gazlo.
The demon moves for the gates of heaven.
Tyrael in the top lane is going to secure the level 20s here for WildHeart. Unaverted just trying to get as much damage out as possible here as the blink charges to get on through that gate. Level 20s are here. Mal'Ganis about to get back onto the battlefield. We're still 10 seconds out on Li Ming. So you're thinking this keep is probably down. Unaverted just trying to work the edges here. Uses the recall to move on back. Bomb toss. Gotta be careful if you're WildHeart with that one coming out from Nintori. Pulse Bomb. Going to keep Gazlo out of the fight, but there goes the fort, or the keep, I should say. WildHeart just trying to get as much free damage onto this Immortal before it gets onto the core. There's the Gravel Bomb. Not going to land, but the Bomb Toss keeping Buds and Weary Day back. Good engage attempt there by Chili Mountain. Can WildHeart keep them in this spot? Judgment is going to land onto Zainhide. Oh, I think that interrupted the Dwarf Toss. The Sleep and the Root coming on out here. Silence as well, but the Avatar is just so much health. Can they get the Muradin? They can. The Dwarf Toss was not up and available. Lucio trying to get away with the speed boost. Unaverted is on the chase here. Look at that. The Dragon's Breath from Chromie almost catching the Tracer. Zergling has no mana left. This is big trouble for Zergling. Oh no, Carbon misses with the Sandblast. Root is going to be good onto the Gazlo. The Sleep coming out as well. Gazlo's still very, very healthy. The minus 15. Look at that dark conversion onto Carbon again. Gazlo chased down and taken down. They barely enough mana up for the Judgment. Chromie taken out in the bottom lane there. Tyrael falling as well, but this looks like WildHeart pushing in 4v2. They don't have the minions, but they've got all the damage that they should need. Core shielding is now gone. Hitkid trying to ward back JTR and Caesar Salad. The Ball Lightning is out, though. It's going to be quickly canceled. Do they actually have enough time? Burden's back in 4 seconds. We're only at 50% on the core here. JTR trying to stay alive here. Mal'Ganis is going to go down, but so is Cassia. Unaverted in all sorts of trouble here. Getting chased out by Caesar Salad. Oh my gosh, Unaverted going to be taken out by a catapult. The core at 37%, and Buds fakes Zainhide over the wall, but you can't get away from this Lucio. Weary Day throws out the root, looking to mount and escape, and it looks like Malfurion will escape. Bud's going to go down to the core. 37% remain here. Oh my goodness. WildHeart just didn't have enough there to take down the core. And we are on to our next Immortal Phase. Only Cassia remains down for Chili Mountain Academy. Still 20 seconds out from Mal'Ganis, another 25 for Tracer, 40 for Li Ming. Chili Mountain Academy, they've got all the opportunity in the world here to get a very, very healthy Immortal. They are going to push into the halftime show here. WildHeart just moving across the map here. Zainhide just making things a little bit difficult. 2 catapults. Looks like WildHeart is trying to move up to clear those away. Meanwhile, the rest of Chili Mountain Academy just going ahead and getting this Immortal down as fast as possible. Li Ming is now spawning for WildHeart. We now have a full shield Immortal, 44,000 health, pushing down the top lane. WildHeart is threatening this bottom lane push. They can't leave that top Immortal forever. With a full shield, it could possibly just go through and end the game by itself, but it still has to go through a keep. WildHeart, they're still going to threaten here, though. They're committing no one to going back just yet. Bud's on the outside. HitKid and Weary Day, they're going to try to pass this wave. Unaverted moving on to Zainhide. The stun comes out, but not before the Avatar can land here. HitKid is on the core. 37%. Buds is trying to control Nintori, or Nintori trying to keep Buds away from the core here, and WildHeart is fully committing to this. There is no sanctification here, as PitKid going to try to use the combos. The Blind as a Bat on the core is actually dealing a ton of damage. 11% here. Did WildHeart do it? They did. They get the core rush and win this game number 2. GG. I thought no way was that working. I thought no way was that working. But they managed to do it. They lose 3, but they get the final call on the core, and they go up 2-0 in this series. Very, very well played. Once again here, Chili Mountain Academy very far ahead on the kills, but WildHeart just playing that map beautifully there. Unaverted on the Tracer, topping that hero damage, 78,000 for WildHeart. JTR on the Cassia, 92,420 on the hero damage there. Very, very nicely done. Blind as a Bat for Mal'Ganis is a very good building killer. And we saw it on display there. PitKid just moving into the core, controlling that space. Can't go wrong. Very nicely done. Quite a match, but that's 2-0 for WildHeart. Once again, we are going to go to a quick break. When we come on back, it's going to be game number 3, WildHeart versus Chili Mountain Academy. Sit tight. Hello and welcome back. We're getting set up here for game number 3 between WildHeart and Chili Mountain Academy. Looks like we're going to be getting right into our next draft. It's going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen. Or Tome of the Spoder Quan, whatever you want to call it. Remind you of the map situation here. Braxis Holdout and Battlefield of Eternity, both chosen and won in a couple of thrillers there by WildHeart. And now WildHeart is going to be taking us to Tomb of the Spider Queen to try to close out this series. But not if Chili Mountain Academy has anything to say about it. Going to be looking to claw their way back here in this best of 5. Expect Medivh to be banned out. That's kind of what I expect. We'll have to see. Tomb of the Spider Queen. There goes Medivh. We'll have to see if there's any prioritization onto the Johanna. You know what I'd like to see? I would like to see a Stitches. That would make my night. If we got the Stitches as the wave clear tank on the rotations, that would be very fun. I'm guessing no, because I don't think I saw Stitches in those patch notes, but let me take a look. Before I make a fool of myself, is Stitches on here? Nope. No changes for the old construct. Poor Stitches. He's still a fan favorite. Medivh and Diablo going to be the opening bands here. Zul'jin taken out as well by Chili Mountain Academy. We'll see what WildHeart isn't interested in seeing here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. See if they ban out the Chromie. I mean, Chromie still looks pretty good. Chromie was looking just like Chromie. It is going to be the Hogger ban, though. Speaking of Hogger, I'm sure they changed Hog. What did they do to Hog? Hog wild damage is down a little over 10%. And they buffed an underperforming talent. That's fine. That's fine. Falstad here picked up by Carbon. Second Falstad first pick of the night. Hit Kid gonna go onto the Anubarak, so a third tank here for WildHeart. Unaverted gonna be on the Kael'thas. The Anubarak is pretty good at leaving people in one spot for a long time, so Kael'thas will be getting some easier hits on those flame strikes and getting some good spread on those bombs if Hit Kid can land a stun onto two. Chili Mountain Academy, thinking about what they want to pair with this Falstad. Nintori gonna grab the Diva. And Caesar Salad is going to be on the Brightwing. Sorry, I had a little catch in my throat there. WildHeart going to ban out the Murden, gonna try to make Zanehyde play something different here for game number 3. So Murden and Diablo are pretty good tanks for going ahead and interrupting rotations here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. ATC is another one who can possibly do it. Though playing an ATC into a Anubarak Kael'thas is probably not the play. We'll have to see what Zanehyde thinks, but next two picks here going over to WildHeart. They've got their Anubarak, they've got their Kael'thas. Not going to be able to play the Sonya this game. So we'll have to see what their choice is into Diva in that bottom lane. Leoric is pretty standard on the map. We'll see what that ends up being their choice. Deckard going to be the choice for Weary Day, and Buzz is going to be on the Thrall. Now, I'm guessing that's a rotational Thrall, not a solo lane, but the solo lane for Thrall is pretty good into Diva. So that could be the matchup there. Zanehyde going to actually go onto the Deathwing, so it's going to be a frontline Deathwing, unless they've got the Diva on the rotate. Well, they've got the Maiev as well. So they got kind of a two-for-one tank setup here with the Deathwing and the Maiev do Chili Mountain Academy. I can get down with that. I can get down with that. Last pick here for Zergling. See what they're going to want to do here. Greymane is up and available. It's a good option into Deathwing. We'll see what they want to go with. It's going to be the Ragnaros here for Zergling. So some interesting options here for our two squads. Cool, cool, cool. See if there's any swaparoos. Looks like unaverted on the Kael'thas. Yep. Everyone's sticking around on their choices. Fantastic. Alrighty. Yeah, a couple of interesting comps here. I mean, Deathwing's got the beef and the area control to stay on that front line. Maiev can threaten with the engage, so I like that pairing. You've got the Thrall Rag alongside the Anubarak for WildHeart. I'm interested to see how this goes. I think it's going to be Thrall versus Diva in the bottom lane, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it's a rotational Ragnaros or a rotational Thrall. I mean, personally, I'd put Thrall down there, but you don't see Reg roaming with the 4 very often. Gosh, my nose is just all over the place here. Good thing I'm off camera now. Yay! Game number 3. On the left in the blue, we have WildHeart. Unaverted going to be on that Kael'thas. Buds on the Thrall. Weary Day going to be playing the Deckard. Back in the base. Get up there. Pit Kid on the Anubarak. Zergling is on the Ragnaros. On the right in the red, it is Chili Mountain Academy with Nintori on the Diva. Caesar Salad going to be on the Brightwing. Zainhide going to be playing the Deathwing. JTR on the Falstad, and Carbon on that Maiev. One thing you might notice, this is actually hot off the presses. The new level 1 talent, the Lightning Rod talent for Falstad is currently triggering on targets that it shouldn't. So it is currently banned out. We see that Gathering Storm instead has been picked up here by JTR. As the early wave clear comes out. Oh, big damage onto the Falstad, who manages to get the barrel roll on out of there. Carbon manages to warp out as well as Zainhide pushing back the members of WildHeart. Pit Kid moving right over those potions, going to go ahead and move on back here. It's quite the opening scuffle. Looks like it is going to be Ragnaros down in the bottom lane. I think that makes more sense just from the character perspective. Like, Thrall has a lot easier time surviving in this 4. Oh, nice pull there onto Pit Kid. Just going to move back and try to find the stun onto JTR. Again, the barrel roll, putting the birdie back to safety. Carbon going to go ahead and move back with that living bomb. Yeah. So I like Thrall into Diva is an interesting one because Thrall can put out a lot of safe damage onto Diva. And if Diva's coming out in pilot form, Thrall can land the Feral Spirit and actually threaten lethal damage onto Pilot Diva. However, Ragnaros is very, very vulnerable when rotating. There's no movement abilities there. He's only really got the one tiny speed boost and possible tiny shield. So Rag really kind of wants to post up in a lane. See that Chili Mountain Academy has picked up their bruiser camp first. WildHeart trying to finish off their own here. That's going to give Chili Mountain an opportunity to move on down to this bottom lane and try to steal this siege. Rag just going ahead and clearing this wave. The siege in the mid is going to be cleared up by WildHeart as they try to get their own bruiser camp out onto the map here. Zainhide actually a little bit early with that breath as the bruiser camp was still up and proxying that wave. But siege will be pushed down in the bottom lane here. Nice root stun combo onto Caesar Salad, gonna pop the trait from Brightwing. Can Caesar Salad actually get away here? Buds needs a couple more hits. The Feral Spirit. That's it for Brightwing. JTR able to get away from the root of Weary Day. The Zainhide now below half. Big pull onto Unaverted. Kael'thas could be in trouble here. Lava Pool isn't going to be enough. It is. The auto attack from Zainhide is good, but there's the bomb from Diva. Gonna save Zainhide here. Carbon gonna be warped onto by Caesar Salad as well. Nice pull onto Pit Kid. Oh, the triple knockup isn't gonna be enough. The potion from Weary Days saves Pit Kid. Oh, man, these scraps have been to the very, very edge here so far. Carbon moves up, tries to get the pull onto Zergling. Deathwing is starting to drop on down. Zainhide only at 3/4 health here, having to come on down for this skirmish. Take a look at the experience. It's been quite helter-skelter so far on this map. It looks like Chili Mountain Academy is a little bit ahead in the minions and mercenaries department, so they got their level 7, just a touch ahead of WildHeart here. Zainhide putting out a couple interrupts, doing the full combo into the bush there as Pit Kid being chased out by JTR. Unaverted in all sorts of trouble on the backline here, but the single target damage onto Kael'thas not quite enough. The body block may be good onto Ragnaros though. Nice pickup there by Chili Mountain Academy. Very, very nicely done. Both teams do have enough for their first turn in should they want it. Big combo from Pit Kid onto JTR, but the barrel roll is enough to get Falstad on out of there. Meanwhile, in the off lane, D.Va trying to get some damage onto this bottom wall that was already softened up by that siege camp. Day manages to escape, but the red web weavers will be converted. D.Va dropping off the final gems down there in the bottom lane. Able to skip on out of there before enough kill pressure could arrive. Chili Mountain Academy, they've got their first turn in. Uh-oh. Zerglin could be in trouble here. Umbral Bind coming on out. Here comes Brightwing as well to try to convert this kill. Polymorph is up, and Ragnaros is down. Big pick there for Chili Mountain Academy, as the first objective of the game is spawning in. One thing to note there, Thrall did go with the Rolling Thunder on one, so hitting a target with the Lightning. Oh, Anubarak actually taken out down here while I'm spouting off about talents. But Thrall does have a little bit of a giant killer there on one to try to get some extra hits onto Zainhide this game. JTR with 27 gems right now. That's pretty dangerous for a Falstad. We see Ragnaros trying to get some hits onto the Falstad. Zainhide gets the double stun, gonna have to use the Cataclysm to move on back to safety. Bottom fort gonna be cleared up by Building Rag, but not before that fort falls down, and now level 10s are here for Chili Mountain Academy. Ventori actually going for a steal here. Carbon coming across to try to help this out. Deckard with a nice cut off there. Zainhide breathing into this choke. There's the bunny hop, gonna slow down Rag and get another kill. Carbon having to spread out with that bomb. D.Va coming across here. Look at the gust, gonna push two right back into that nuclear option. Unaverted. Who's on up here with that Phoenix to try to create some space? Cheeky little play there from JTR. Chunks out two members of WildHeart down to half. That's all she wrote for that engagement. Deathwing coming on back down. Who's holding all the gems here? Weary Day's got 11. They're a little bit spread out on the side of WildHeart right now. There's no one player with enough to get a solo turn in. So they're going to need two, at least until they pick up a couple more spider gems in the lanes. See D.Va managed to pick up that right side camp. And now both teams really just want to control these turn-ins as much as possible. Thrall looking to turn in 11 in the bottom lane, going to be stopped by JTR, but here's the commit from Zainhide, stunning two in the back line. Now with this Bruiser camp pushing in the mid for Chili Mountain Academy, that 20 spell armor is pretty useful. Poke Wars continues. Zainhide trying to drop off 4, but here comes Pit Kid with the first, with the interrupt. Zainhide gonna have to be a little bit careful there. Red do manage to turn in down in the bottom side, so it is a double turn in there for Chili Mountain Academy. And Tori with a full bomb, but doesn't want to get that pop before the opportune moment. He's gonna move on down to the bottom lane. Have to be careful here, though, because we've got to rotate from WildHeart. Stun from Pit Kid. Follow-up. No damage in range. Now we see Ragnaros once again becoming a building to try to anti-siege this most recent push. Thrall got to be a little bit careful there on the edge, trying to clear this very far away from that keep wall. Pit Kid moving in from the outside on the defense. Manages to pop the spell armor to stand in that Deathwing breath a little bit longer. And Tori dropping off the bomb. Carbon trying to pull Pit Kid back into the bomb, but will not quite do it. Carbon on the outside manages to move up there. Deathwing actually going to go down to the poke of Thrall in the back. Falstad down as well. And WildHeart turning that fight around and finding the double kill. Lava Wave is going to push out that bottom lane. Looks like WildHeart may be interested in going straight for the boss. They've got about 15 seconds to work with here. Thrall Has enough to turn in. Oh no, Ragnaros is taken out in the bottom lane, trying to create space here for the rest of WildHeart. Blue Web Weavers are taken, and that means that Chili Mountain Academy knows WildHeart is on this boss, but with Falstad just now coming out of the Hall of Storms, there's not much that they can do about it. So it's going to be a very well-timed push here. The Web Weaver and the boss are going to be pretty well stacked, but it is Chili Mountain Academy moving on to Weary Day. Big stun, and that is going to be it for Deckard. Nice pickup there from Chili Mountain. Falstad doesn't get away here. Interrupted. JTR moves on back with that living bomb attached. We've got a boss and objective push in the top lane trying to be dealt with by Chili Mountain Academy. Brightwing is going to warp on in to try to help out Nintori. Falstad clearing out the bottom lane here. We see Deathwing working on this middle objective as the boss is still going to go ahead and take that out. Deckard is just now returning to the battlefield here. Zmayev threatening to engage. Gets rooted there. The Umbral Bind will not find the pull. Zainhide doing the full breath there in lane. Unaverted and very low on mana. So is Buds. Kael'thas is going to go down there. Bud's taken out as well. It's a double again for Chili Mountain Academy. BitKid, I don't know if BitKid has enough mana to get out of here. Weary Day finds the sleep onto 2, but Carbon is on the chase. Moves on back. Brightwing warping in. BitKid trying to back with those 24 gems, and it looks like they will be able to do so. We've got a third turn-in starting to line up here. And there it is. Chili Mountain Academy with a third turn-in. Carbon was looking for Zergling there. Was just out of range. Chili Mountain also ahead, mostly on the back of those hero kills. Have about a full level lead right now. WildHeart is looking for that level 16, and they're going to try to find it on this defense. Carbon on the outside. Uh-oh, unaverted, maybe out of position here. Umbral Bind comes out. Look at that, just everyone blowing up in the back line. Great breath there by Zainhide. Tifa Mech is going to go down. Kael'thas was taken out there. Very nice little combo coming out from Chili Mountain Academy as Carbon once again threatening from the side lane. Bud's moving on up. The chains are applied. Bud's is going to be pulled back. Do they have enough damage? Nope. Thrall is going to get away here. Falstad, all this while, has been pushing in the top lane with this objective. Keep wall is going to fall here. WildHeart, they've been in this position before. It looks like they're starting to get pinned back. It looks like they're on the back foot. They've got 3 kills to the enemy's 10. But this has been the story of the series so far. Chili Mountain Academy finding the kills, finding the opportunities. But ultimately, WildHeart, you know, they're even on buildings right now. They're even on levels, even though, you know, there's still about a 3/4 level advantage for Chili Mountain Academy. They're just finding ways to be in this game despite the kill deficit every time. I have working on this bottom camp. Carbon going to go ahead and pick that up for Chili Mountain Academy. BitKid on 33. They want to try to pop this Diva if possible before the bomb comes out. The Cataclysm from Zainhide indicates the engage here from Chili Mountain Academy. Deathwing managing to move away there in the top lane. Now starting to congregate. Zainhide could be in some trouble here. Doesn't quite get hit. The Phoenix didn't get enough autos off. BitKid is still on the chase here. Carbon finds the pull. Diva Bomb is popped in that top lane. Chili Mountain still has the camps pushing in the mid and the off lanes here. So WildHeart is going to have to go back and deal with those eventually. It looks like we're going to get our second turn into the game. He's thinking about it. Oh, the sleep onto Falstad. That's a huge one. Root comes out, and that is going to be it. JTR taken down here. Blue Web Weavers are on the way with Falstad down. Maiev trying to escape. Good polymorph onto the Anubarak. Ragnaros is going to go back and try to deal with this split pushing camp. Looks like WildHeart may be... Uh-oh. That's a lot of damage onto Buds there, not really respecting that 13-16 stack of talents picked up there by Deathwing. Buds needs help. Won't find it. Thrall going to go down there. Just a little bit too aggressive in that positioning. Nice job by Chili Mountain with that pickoff. Objective going to mostly be cleared in the mid. D.Va trying to take out this top push. As we see the remaining members of WildHeart pushing onto this keep wall. JTR is back on the field, though. Uh-oh, Pitkid has to be trouble, exploding onto the backline a little bit. Unaverted. There for moral support. Is going to get Pitkid on out of there. Ragnaros got to be a little bit careful here. Going to get roasted by the Deathwing once again. Carbon can't quite find the Umbral Bind there. Now Unaverted is caught in the pool. Oh, the stun by Unaverted, but JTR is in with the gust. It's the wind tunnel, and that's going to be it for Kael'thas. Zergling has become a building, though. That means Rag is not going to have any sort of escape. Weary Day on the outside, Zergling in all sorts of trouble here. That is going to be it for poor Ragnaros. Another double kill for Chili Mountain Academy. Can they get any keeps off this? Lava Wave has pushed out the bottom lane, so they're not going to have any minion support in that bottom lane for some time. Boss is up and available here. They've got over 30 seconds to get this done. It looks like that is where they're going to go. Chili Mountain Academy going to try to control this top lane with this boss. Kael'thas should definitely be up for this defense. Ragnaros may just be coming up for the defense. See Buds and Weary Day moving on down to the bottom side, threatening a possible keep with this bottom camp. JTR pushing that mid. Boss is still... There it goes. Boss is going to go down here. Kael'thas is back on the battlefield. Rag will be there for the defense. Pitkid is actually just going to go ahead and try to dive this keep. There's a whole minion wave here. As Buds throws out the Feral Spirit, JTR's got to be careful. Zainhide coming around the outside. Sorry, I muted myself. My cat was messing with my mouse. There's the bunny hop from D.Va trying to get the final hits onto Pitkid. That's going to be it for poor Anubarak. Good clear in the top lane there by WildHeart, but they do sacrifice the Anubarak for it. Bottom keep does end up being taken out there. Worth, maybe? Guess we'll have to see. Chili Mountain moving on up. Looks like they're going to go ahead and find themselves a Bruiser Camp steal. Picking that up. We've got a double Bruiser Camp push in the mid here. Nubarak's still down for 30 seconds. Creating the terrain with that level 20 Sundering once again. We don't see that terribly often. There is Buds. Ragnaros is going to become a structure once again. Use that Lava Wave and is going to clear out the mid fairly easily, actually. Is Carbon going to pop the Warden's Cage onto 2? Is there enough damage? JTR and Zainhide were not quite in range. The sleep is going to land onto both Maiev and Brightwing, but a nice wind tunnel from JTR. Oh, Nintori couldn't take a single extra hit and manages to get back into that mech. Maiev gets the Umbral Bind onto 2. That's going to be Thrall going down here. Zainhide with the breath. Anubarak going down. This could be the moment that Chili Mountain Academy is looking for. Nintori moving on back here. They don't have any minion support. Lava Wave is going to pop Nintori out here. Unaverted, going to get hit with the Umbral Bind. Manages to use the terrain to not get fully pulled back. Uh-oh, Carbon, got to be careful. Has to move out of that Phoenix. And even with 2 dead, Chili Mountain Academy they don't have enough to end here. Top keep is going to be saved. Bottom keep is going to start to be sieged. Still 20 seconds before Thrall and Anub'arak are back on the field here. And look at this. WildHeart is putting up the defense. Uh-oh, Deathwing dropping in the back. This could be trouble. Unaverted. Manages to get on the edge of that keep once again. Weary Day may not be so lucky, though. Manages to avoid the stun of Zainhide. And all keeps remain standing for WildHeart. What a defense coming in from the blue team. Unbelievable. Boss is still down for another minute 40. Neither team has nearly enough for another turn-in. They both completely played their hands out in that last run, so it's going to be a lot of moving around vision, making sure no one gets caught out here. Anub'arak pushing out this top lane. Rest of the squad going to move as 4. I guess my overlay does say best of 3. That's my bad. I'll change that after this game. My bad. I didn't notice it was still up there like that. Carbon is going to be discovered here, even though the invisibility is out. Deathwing Breath not going to land here. Zainhide actually going in. We may have ourselves an engage. Unaverted is starting to move down as well as JTR. There's the terrain, going to try to trap Zainhide. Carbon coming in, gets the double Umbral Bind, trying to get the pull here. Bunny Hop on the backside. There's the sleep, going to get interrupted, it looked like. Stun comes out. The Diva Bomb is going to catch 2. Diva's actually taken down. Kael'thas finding the kill before the mech could explode. Pit Kid manages to get away with the Unstoppable. Caesar Salad could be in trouble here. Carbon trying to get away from the Rag. Rag doesn't manage to get it. Zainhide trying to get back in the air. No, Deathwing is down. That's 2 kills for WildHeart. Can they go for the core? Boss is up and available. JTR has the wind tunnel, but only in 25 seconds. Uh-oh, Falstad could be in trouble here. Pit Kid now finds 2. Caesar Salad moving back onto Carbon. WildHeart was looking for it. Weary Day moving up here. Uh-oh, Weary Day. You better be careful there, bud. Carbon manages to move away. Decker just out there as bait, trying to get Chili Mountain Academy to bite. Diva is up, going to start moving on to this point. Falstad has the Heroic back online. Carbon is able to move over this wall. Can Chili Mountain Academy actually get here? JTR looking to possibly move in. They're not going to get there in time. Boss is going to be picked up by WildHeart. There's Carbon, manages to vault of the Wardens out of that stun. Ventori in all sorts of trouble here. Manages to move back. There's the wind tunnel as well. Pit Kid is all over the backline here. Carbon is going to get warped onto. Deathwing dropping on down, but this fight is very, very split. That's not what Deathwing wants to see. 2 members knocked back, but Pit Kid going right back in. They want to find this kill onto Nintori if possible. Weary Day not going to find anyone with the stay a while and listen. 4 is being pushed in here. Buds is moving in, wants to find the kid. Final hit onto Zainhide. Zainhide has just enough to get back here. All members of Chili Mountain Academy are up, but the boss is pushing the top lane. All remaining keeps are down. We've got 3 catapults in the bottom lane, shelling this core down to 70%. Rag has become a keep. Zainhide moving across here, and this looks like it's going to be it. Chili Mountain Academy, a valiant effort, but it is going to be WildHeart who pick up the 3-0. Well done, GG.